Welcome back to Future Talk, the podcast where we explore the future before it arrives. Today's episode is personal because I know so many of you watching this have dreamed about it. Maybe you're dreaming about it right now. The digital nomad dream. You've seen it everywhere. The influencer on the beach with a laptop, the Instagram post from Bali, the caption that says, "Living my best life, working from anywhere in the world." It sounds incredible. It sounds like freedom. But here's what nobody is telling you. In 2026, artificial intelligence has completely transformed the remote work landscape, and not in the way you were promised. The digital nomad dream that millions of people are chasing is quietly becoming a nightmare. Today, we are breaking down exactly why and what the smart professionals are doing instead. Let's get into it. 5 years ago, the pitch was simple. Get a laptop, find a remote job, travel the world, work from anywhere, total freedom. And for a brief moment, it actually worked for some people. But then something changed. AI changed everything. As AI tools became more powerful, companies realized they could monitor remote workers more closely than ever before. AI-powered tracking software now logs every keystroke, every mouse movement, every minute you are away from your screen. The beach office dream, it became a surveillance nightmare. And it gets worse. In 2026, governments around the world introduced new digital nomad tax laws. Countries that used to welcome remote workers with open arms are now charging them heavy taxes and demanding complex visa paperwork. What used to cost you nothing now costs you thousands of dollars in accountants, lawyers, and compliance fees. The budget travel while working fantasy has collapsed under the weight of real-world bureaucracy. And then there's what I call the postcard paradox, the pressure to post the perfect beach photo, the perfect cafe workspace, the perfect sunset view. Social media has turned the digital nomad lifestyle into a full-time performance where the pressure to look free is more exhausting than any office job. Here's the darkest truth about the digital nomad lifestyle in 2026. You were promised freedom from the 9 to 5. What you actually got was work 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And AI made it worse. AI-powered communication tools, Slack, Teams, AI task managers, they never sleep. They sync across every time zone on the planet. Your manager in New York sends a message at 9 a.m. their time. That's 2 a.m. your time in Bali, and the AI system flags it as urgent. The result? Digital nomads are reporting that they work more hours than traditional office workers, not less. There's a psychological phenomenon called performance paranoia. Because you're not physically visible in an office, you feel constant pressure to prove you're working. You answer emails at midnight. You join calls at 4 in the morning. You never truly switch off. The office cubicle was bad, but at least when you left the building, you left work behind. The digital nomad has no building to leave. Their office follows them everywhere, to the beach, to the cafe, to bed. AI has removed the last boundaries between work and life, and the digital nomad is the biggest victim. Now let's talk about something that nobody in the digital nomad community wants to admit. Remote work is quietly destroying careers, and AI is accelerating this problem fast. As companies adopt AI tools for collaboration and decision-making, the professionals who are physically present are getting a massive advantage. Out of sight, out of mind. When promotions are being discussed, the person in the office is remembered. The digital nomad working from a beach in Thailand, forgotten. When high-value projects are being assigned, they go to the people leadership can see and interact with daily, not to the person on a different time zone struggling with bad Wi-Fi. And here's the skill problem nobody talks about. Digital nomads spend an enormous amount of their mental energy managing logistics, finding good Wi-Fi, navigating new cities, dealing with visa issues, managing time zone differences. All of that mental energy is not being spent on skill development, deep work, or professional growth. Meanwhile, their office-based colleagues are building relationships, getting mentorship, developing leadership skills, and advancing their careers. In 2026, AI is replacing the easy remote tasks first. Data entry, basic content, customer support. The jobs that digital nomads relied on most are disappearing fastest. Let's talk about the hidden cost that the travel influencers never show you, loneliness. Study after study shows that long-term digital nomads experience significantly higher rates of depression, anxiety, and burnout than traditional workers. And it makes complete sense when you truly think about it. Every friendship has an expiration date. You meet someone amazing in Lisbon, you spend 2 weeks together, then one of you moves on, and you start all over again in the next city. This is called the Transience Trap. Every human connection is temporary. Every community is borrowed. You are always the outsider, always the tourist, never truly belonging anywhere. And AI has made this worse too. As more communication moves to AI-powered platforms, the genuine human connection that used to come from working in teams has been replaced by automated responses and digital workflows.
Digital nomads are the loneliest professionals on the planet, and in 2026, the mental health crisis in the remote work community is reaching a breaking point. Okay, so we've talked about the problems. Now let's talk about the solution, because the answer is not to go back to a miserable 9-to-5 office job. The answer is smarter than that. The smartest professionals in 2026 are adopting what's called the hybrid base model. Instead of being permanently nomadic, they choose 1 or 2 base cities per year. They build real relationships. They create genuine community. They maintain a consistent professional presence, either in person or through a reliable digital setup. They use AI tools strategically to increase their productivity and value, not to be replaced by them. They set radical digital boundaries, specific work hours, no messages after a certain time, dedicated deep work mucks with 0 interruptions, and most importantly, they define freedom differently. Real freedom is not about where you work. Real freedom is about mastering your time, your skills, and your income, regardless of your physical location. The digital nomads who are thriving in 2026 are not the ones chasing the next Instagram moment. They are the ones who built sustainable systems, developed irreplaceable skills, and used AI as a tool, not a chain. The digital nomad dream was sold to you as the ultimate freedom, but in 2026, AI-powered surveillance, new tax laws, career stagnation, and a loneliness epidemic have turned that dream into a very different reality for millions of professionals. The lesson is not that remote work is bad. The lesson is that blindly chasing a lifestyle without understanding the real costs is always dangerous. Use AI, use remote work, use technology, but use them on your terms, with clear boundaries, with a long-term strategy, with your mental health and career growth at the center of every decision. That is the future of smart work. If this episode gave you value, please subscribe to Future Talk, leave a comment below, and share this with someone who needs to hear it. I'll see you in the next episode. Stay curious, stay ahead. This is Future Talk.